go after every creative idea I had that really appealed to me. I mean, you think of things like, oh, wouldn't that be a great movie? But of course, it's hard to sit down and write it. But I thought, you know, I come up with these ideas and I let them go. And then I regret a lot of what I haven't tried. So I made a promise to myself. I would go after these ideas. If they worked, great. If they didn't, I would not allow myself to see them as a failure. I would see them as something that I attempted, and that in itself was my success. If it didn't work, it didn't work. It wasn't a failure.
Pardon? You learned something.
I learned a lot about myself. I learned about myself and my resilience, but I also learned about how much courage I had or didn't have. I also learned about the fact that, and this was a difficult lesson for me to learn, of how I've been playing it safe creatively for the first 60 years of my life. Even though I had parents who encouraged me to write when I was very small, I had university professors who said, you should be writing. And I ignored everybody because it was dangerous and I could fail. And if I failed, then what? And so I went into the safe marriage that was safe, and I went into the safe career, and I went into all the safe things. But I started branching out in my 40s and 50s, going into different areas as a single woman as well. But when I hit 60, I said, okay, you just cannot run away from yourself any longer. You have to do these things. And Anne and I laugh about it now because I started putting it out there. I had an idea for a film, I put it out there, it was optioned. I had an idea for a couple of plays, you know, they're in development. All of my anthologies came out after my 60s. I was doing almost one a year. My novel came out in 2001. I think I wasn't quite 60 yet. And now I'm going to be 70 this year, and I'm thinking, see, nobody went, really? Okay, yes, you should, because they were stunned. Are you going to see after? I think, what am I going to do in my 70s? But what I know I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the screenplay. My play that Dwight said is going to be read sometime this year is actually April 21st.
A couple of weeks from now, isn't it?
Weeks, yes, I'm not too nervous about that.
Not much.
And I've done the documentaries, and I'm doing the feature film, and I'm hoping that the feature film will do well because my option has been renewed several times. They really want to do this film. And so it's a matter of taking risks and realizing that if you don't put it out there, you're never going to know. You're never going to know. If you're writing a personal essay, I promise you, you'll get it published. It'll either be somewhere on the web in some wonderful website, or it will be in a book of collections. If you come up with an idea for an anthology, a collection of stories on a particular theme, don't walk away from it because they don't make a lot of money, trust me, but they can be an amazing vehicle for you to get your work out there. And one of the wonderful things too about anthologies is that you get to bring people in who might not have been published otherwise, that you know really have the chops to put their work out there. And that's been one of the great joys for me in my 6th anthology.